Hi, Aries. This is Just with your October 2021 general read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Aries. Well, your reading is pretty action packed, but before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that we are in the midst of a Mercury retrograde in Libra. And that is especially going to be felt with you guys because it is in your seventh house of partnerships. Now, this partnerships is in any way relative to one-to-one relationship. So that can be love as well as professional. On any one-to-one relationship level, you are going to be affected. So this is a time when things from the past is going to come back. People, issues, things are going to come up and out because Libra this season is, going to be exposing a lot of things. So you stand to learn a lot about where you stand in people's lives, and you get a better understanding of where you're going, I feel, once this goes forward. So do take stock in what people are saying to you, and also take note of what you're feeling and consciously and subconsciously as we go through this particular Mercury retrograde. Now, you do want to stay away from making any major decisions, contractual agreements, even verbal agreements, because they are subject to change in a big way, because those are the things, amongst many others, that Libra falls under. Now, if you want to look into it any deeper, do check out your favorite astrologer for all the further details. Now, let's get into your reading. Well, who's obsessed? You are. Some of you can't stop thinking about something. Some of you may feel like you've made a bad decision, but now you're locked and stuck in it. Some of you may be coming to a painful realization that you've done something that you probably should not have done, and it's going to be really hard to get out of it. It's just hard for somebody to get out of your head. Somebody is literally taking up free space in your head, rent free. And this may go on for the rest of the year. For some of you, if you kind of aren't able to get a hold of it. I feel for some of you, you may have made a decision to be single. We'll get into love in a minute, and that may be plaguing you as well, or someone doesn't want you. Some type of huge realization about choices being made is on your mind now, and you may be feeling the effects of it, and you kind of can't get out of it. It still lingers deep down inside, and you may feel like you're kind of stuck. And just when you feel like you're getting out of it, I'll be fine, I'm not there, you'll fall right back into that place of stuckness and kind of still just hanging on and waiting for someone, but also can't stop thinking about the person, is what it looks like to me. Now, your home life looks pretty good. I do see you guys are out and about. You are going to get loads, and I mean loads of attention, and you're welcoming it. So it seems like it's going to be some fun times coming up for you, Aries, is what it looks like to me. And this month is going to be a very action-packed month, so it's a good time to get out and get things done. But remember what I said about, signing contracts, but do have fun and get out and spend time with people, because you will have a good time doing that. And it won't be hard for you to make plans with people and get out and have a good time. Some of you, if you are taking your time to go back and sew up loose ends, things that you still need to take care of, definitely a good time to do that. I feel for some of you, if you have been under the weather, you may be feeling a lot better as the month progresses. And some of you are going to be starting some new things, but don't be surprised if it falls apart, or you have to go back later on because you've missed some details, or someone's initial agreement change in some kind of way. Now, men, even women, Aries women, you will find that you're a little bit more aggressive, and this is you guys going after and taking care of and tackling the things that you need to take care of. I feel like some of you are going to get a child, see about a child. Someone may be contacting you regarding a child, and do expect that some love could be coming your way. But again, we're about to get into that. Now, if you're employed, you really don't know what to do right now. And again, I wouldn't make any, permanent moves at this time. November, however, is a great time to start setting new intentions and moving forward. Actually, it's the best time of the rest of this year, because once we get into December, it's going to be more retrogrades to follow. So if you're planning to initiate something new, do in fact start in November. If you're looking for work, you are destined to find one. Congratulations. It looks like you're already going to be hired in some place, and some of you may have to move. It's exactly what you want. It may not be everything that you want. There may be some things that later on you're going to find out about this job, but I do see that you are this is a blessing to you, and you're there to help others in some kind of way. I don't know how that's going to kind of play out, but you're kind of going to be there, like you're saving this company in some kind of way. They may have been drowning. They really needed help and aid, and it seems like you're going to be just what they need. And for those of you who are self-employed, well, you may be trying to kind of get back into work, but also get yourself out of any issues with your business that you've had. If it's been a stress for you, you're now starting to tackle it one step at a time. You are kind of stuck right there. So don't anticipate everything to be smooth running and for you to just leave every problem behind with your business, because it's going to take some time, and you're not even really right now. You're kind of forcibly stuck. That's what's going to be a surprise to you, Aries, that you're pretty much going to be forced to kind of stay still and stifle yourself for just a bit before you can move ahead and feel like you're seeing progress. So even though you guys are moving ahead, which is what I've just mentioned, you will still not see the progress that all your efforts should produce. So don't lose your head over it. Just know that it's not the right time. Let's get into love, ladies. Now, listen, pay attention, ladies. I have a message for you. Did any of you say to yourself, and I don't know when this was, but I'll say it could be May, September, August. You said to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to do ... I'm not going to take them back. I'm not going to, allow these type of people in my life. This time I'm going to do it differently. It's going to take some time, for me to find the right person, for me to get this person out of my system. But I'm going to take one step at a time, and I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to look back. Well, what the hell happened? What happened, ladies? Because it looks like you're about to do something completely dumb. Have you already did something stupid? And this could be anything. Excuse me. This could be anything. Leaving kids behind to go run off with someone. Going against loved ones for something that you feel you want to do. I feel like going back or going forward with someone that has absolutely no happy ending, but you're doing it. Falling for someone's antics where the writing is on the wall. And whatever this is, you said before, I'm not doing it. I'm going to do things differently, and it's going to take time. Well, you couldn't wait. And for some of you, you've rushed in and did something that now you probably soon regret. And now you have to start the process all over again. New love right now is not, at least I don't see it happening. If some of you say, well, I haven't done anything rash or, that I regret, it's coming up. Just be careful. It could come for some of you in Scorpio season that someone can come back, someone new, someone familiar with the same script. The same thing that you said you wouldn't do, you may fall prey into that. That's what I'm saying. So do be careful with that, ladies. Do be careful. Aries single men. Well, you were seeing people, and some of you may still be seeing people, but one thing is for certain, and two things are for sure. You absolutely do not want these people. Some of you are very clear you don't. Even if there's someone you want, they don't want you. So it's just not the right timing. Some of you men are really looking at yourself and saying, why can't I open my heart? Why can't I trust? Why can't I be like, a guy or a family member that is easy and more sensitive to love and, more settled in their life? I feel like some of you Aries men want to be settled, but some of you may spend too much because you probably have spent way too much on several women. And you're saying, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to extend myself to people anymore. Some of you have realized I don't necessarily want to be committed to someone at this time. So you guys are taking a break for just for your own mental space, and I feel also for your financial security. You're taking a break from dealing with these women, and you're realizing that maybe there's someone that you really would prefer over all these other women, but you can't really be with this woman because she chooses to be single over being in a relationship. And plus, the relationship between you and her is very toxic. You can't ever seem to get on the same page. You have different love languages, and she may have you in your feelings. You may find yourself either, if you feel like you can't go back to her, then you will engage with people. And I see some of you Aries men wanting younger people, like young people, like you're into more younger people. So Be careful with that. You're there to have a good time, it looks like. Couples, Aries couples. So let's get into you. You guys are deciding or have decided to start all over again, right? To bury the past and start anew. Some of you even have decided to go into business together, and it doesn't look like it's working really well. So that may be problematic. Be careful going into business with your partner for some of you. I feel also if you started a clean slate with your person and you guys are starting over, one person is giving as discussed and the other person isn't. They're not. Someone doesn't want to go to counseling, or they're completely cutting out from continuing counseling. And I feel like, excuse me, now it's showing that it's Aries, but it could go vice versa, that somebody's reckless behavior is affecting the relationship. There's a lot of control here. I feel a lot of possessiveness. Someone may have a huge drinking problem. Someone can't be trusted with money. And the other person is starting to lose love for that person. They don't want to necessarily be around them or deal with them. And certainly if money is an issue, someone is deciding to not give as much as they used to, or someone is just frivolously losing money or spending money without thinking twice. And that's eventually going to be a problem. So I feel this relationship is pretty unstable at this time, but I don't necessarily see a breakup like I've been seeing the other couples. It just looks very unstable. And like whoever is the stable person that's trying to move forward in this almost feels stuck in this relationship. For whatever reason, they feel stuck. They're tied. They're not able to move past this relationship. And they may be watching their person flirt, cheat, go out, do their own thing, and act as if nothing's going on. I just get that there's a immense emotional imbalance, and also someone is completely imbalanced and reckless. Someone's reckless. That's what your whole reading is kind of talking about to some extent. There's a lot of reckless behavior, and someone is living off of their own physical desires. It doesn't have to be sexual, but it really speaks to whatever desire you have. I want to drink. I want to smoke. I want to party. I want to go here. I want to do this. Instead of being more practical and adhering to the agreement that the two of you made. And I feel for one of you, it was a very sound and stable, progressive decision to start over and let's do it this way and let's take our time. And someone just threw that out the window. It's like, no, I'm going to do me. And now the two of you are no longer together like you're supposed to be. It's almost like it's you versus them. And that seems to be a major issue in this relationship. So if you would like any further look into this relationship, you want to look deeper, do click the link in the description box below for the extended read. There you'll find all the details that we go over. You could also find the 2021 Aries yearly if you would like to look at the yearly for the rest of this year rather, and the link to my website. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aries.